Alright guys, this segment I believe needs its own video because this is huge. We are going to talk about armor going to Star Citizen, something that we have been waiting for quite some time. We've had shields for a long time in Star Citizen, but armor has been more or less ineffective. Once the shields are down, it's basically the hull of the ship that is being depleted, but it has nothing to do with armor itself. And I think that once armor comes in a game, finally, it's going to be a complete game changer, especially for ships that are designed to be heavily armored versus those that are designed to be thin in terms of armor. So let's see here what CIG developers have to say about armor.
So damage penetration, it's a simplified version of what we'll be getting eventually with a more physicalized system, but essentially what it means is that now certain types of weapons can penetrate through the hull of a ship.
Yes, like ballistics, right?
This is a function of the weapon itself, its penetration values, and also of the armor of the ship, which can be depleted over time.
So if you use ballistic,
And once, so you're gonna have to deplete the shields and then the armor, right? And yes, ballistic weapons are obviously designed for this kind of purpose.
you have a higher penetration, which allows you to cut through the armor more deeply and touch the components inside the ship directly. As opposed to this, you also have energy weapons, which will be more effective at melting down the armor.
The goal here is that you first need to bring down the armor health value to get to the fullest potential of your penetrating weapons.
Now, how does that look like on the UI, right? Because we can see some of the different components there, but is there anything that tells us about the armor? I can't see that right now, though.
You can penetrate the ship and actually damage the components that sit inside the ship and not on the outside of the hull.
Oh, that's so good, right? So you actually you try to see where the power plant is and you target the power plant.
There's degrees to this. Larger ballistic weapons may have enough penetration against smaller ships that it will be able to penetrate directly, but it's all of a game of choices, and it's gonna depend on your ships and your weapons.
So question, if ballistic weapons are going to be able to penetrate ships, what about the people who are inside the ships? Is it going to be able to kill the crew as well, or just the components, right?
With damage penetration and misfires happening, that brings us to repair.
As your fight progresses and components take damage in your ship, it becomes the duty of some of your crew members to first investigate what are the issues caused by battle damage and go there to physically replace the parts in your ship.
Oh, this is
So
insane.
you have your multi-tool, so you have the salvage and repair, and the repair part of it also affects now ship components, precisely like what you see in the Arena Commander mode.
Which I haven't tried, by the way. Unfortunately, I've never had the chance to try this, but I suppose people have already tried it, and it's a good way to try to get to learn how the future of Star Citizen is going to be.
You
right?
will be able to repair items that were fully destroyed.
That's awesome. So you don't have to buy them, right? But you're probably going to need to have... Oh, he's using the salvage tool, right? So perhaps it's like a reverse movement. Instead of bringing it all the components back into your salvage tool, you throw them away, right? But you're probably going to have the right canisters for that.
You will not be able to repair the item to its fullest, so you cannot repair an item that got fully destroyed to 100% health again.
But
so to repair your ship components to the fullest, you actually have to bring them to the shop again and
yeah, I look at the ship. It's so red here. It looks in pretty bad shape. But yeah, suppose you can repair it well enough so that it can let you go back to a ship platform where you can properly repair the ship, right? So it's more like a small band-aid that lets you get back to your feet and then go back for other adventures after you properly repair the ship. Looks like it's like 15% maximum. That's what it looks like here, at least on the interface.
do the station repair. Or if you did think ahead and brought spare items with you, you can simply exchange them to pristine new ones. But with the caveat, it only works just as a reminder for size 1 and size 2 components. Size 3 and above cannot be exchanged using the tractor beam detach and attach mode. So
Right, so that is going to have to be done with the I don't think the max flex, right? The max lift is probably going to be at the stations, right? So it's only for smaller ships like a Cutlass, right?
Now that we looked at what your responsibilities are in the physical space running around in your ship, let's take a look at what you do on the virtual part, which is power management and analysis of your ship.
Well, we'll be checking this out in the next segment. Armor coming up to Star Citizen and having to get to play a crucial role. Finally, that is something that a lot of us have been waiting for, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you expecting Armor to play make a major difference when it comes to ship combat or the way you fly Star Citizen? That's also going to be something worth discussing. That's all for this video, guys. Check out the next segment with power management. It's also going to be quite interesting to see those changes coming up to the game. I've been Irad. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.